And we say good morning to you. Welcome. We are broadcasting live. We are live here again at Food City in Elizabethton. You're a little late. Oh, yeah. G Street garbage pickup in Elizabethton. That'll get you every time. So, good morning to you. And we're here. We'll be here till we get done to what we need to say. We've got a big doubleheader coming up. We got basketball tonight, the Lady Cyclones and the Lady Patriots and the guys to follow. So, busy day, full day. But we're glad to be here, broadcasting live at Food City here in Elizabeth. They're going to be joined here just in a second. We're going to call and check in with Jeff Beverly, get an update on what's going on in Tennessee football. Doug Fritz to join us coming up a little bit later on. Forrest Holt scheduled to be with us. All that coming up. But first, let's get the national anthem, and then we'll jump right in and get on with it as we want to, again, showcase our buddy Jeff Beverly here, the Kingdom Heirs on the Tom Dillard Sports Show. And also, let's do the verse of the day. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross, and today's certainly no exception. And so we'll do that, play the national anthem, and go right to Jeff Beverly coming up here as we'll get it started. Boy, that is awesome. Verse of the day is Psalms 5:3 says, no, it's not. The verse of the day is Isaiah 41:13. So let's go back up here and let's go to this one here. Maybe I didn't send one to you. Oh, wow, look who's there. Is that not special? Okay. Isaiah 41:13 says, For I, the Lord your God, hold your right hand. I am the Lord who says to you, Fear not, I will help you. For I, the Lord your God, hold your right hand. I am the Lord who says to you, Fear not, I will help you. Verse of the day, Isaiah 41:13. Tom Taylor Sports Show live at Food City. Today it was the garbage pickup on G Street in Elizabethton. Can't go around them. You got to wait them out. Here we are. We're ready to go.
1, 2. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I'm there. All right. We're doing something new here. Okay, where do I need to be? I need to get, where am I at? I need to, oh, there we go. We're getting situated. This is something brand new concept. We love it. Good morning, Jeff Beverly. How you doing, sir? Okay. Let's see. I'm not hearing him through the headset. Should I hear him through the headset? Okay, hang on. We're in a, we're going to get this. Now holler at me. See if I can hear you, sir. Okay. I think he's going through. Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah. No, not hearing him through my headset, so which means he's probably not going out. We went through this yesterday, folks. We did a trial run, and it went perfect. But today, so give me your take. Let's start out and go with this thing. Give me your take on the Citrus Bowl. What did you think?
Well, time since a bowl game shutout had occurred for Tennessee, but Nico played very well as we had hoped he would. Thought he junior the year he's had, and it just builds around. Iowa's offense was not good at all, as we saw, but
There it is.
good solid win for Tennessee. Really sets them up well going into 2024, which will be the first year of the expanded playoff. 12 teams in the playoff next year. So overall, just an outstanding performance. Couldn't ask for a better end for 23 and a better start for 24.
We're talking to Jeff Beverly. We're live here again. We are at Food City, and so Nico passes the test. Obviously, what about Sampson? You think this guy's going to be the guy? Got 130 yards against the Iowa Hawkeyes. To me, it's very, very encouraging to say the least. Have this guy come back next year? You think he's going to be the man?
Well, he very solid performance. Obviously, 133 yards. He's got a lot of he got a lot of quick to him. Got a lot of burst, very fast. A couple of times he did not pick up the blitz very well. So I think that's something he's going to have to work on, obviously, as he gets more experience. But he looked good. Cam Seldon, the freshman, looked very, very good. Very solid. He's a bigger back, stronger back. He looked very good. Running backs, overall, I think you have to be pretty pleased. Would like more depth with that for sure. We got the freshman Peyton Lewis coming in from Virginia. He's a very highly touted running back coming in. If there's one position that can play pretty early, it is running back, it seems like. So I think he'll probably get some playing time next year. But Sampson will definitely be the leader, going into next year for the lead back. And he had the bulk of the carries on Monday for sure. So very, very solid performance by him.
We're talking to Jeff Beverly. We are live here at Food City in Elizabethton on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're doing something brand spanking new. We're working out the kinks, but I think it's off and running. So defensively for next year for Tennessee football, where are the areas they got to improve on? You got transfer portal, got recruiting. So where are areas they got to get better at defensively for next year?
Well, you think about secondary for sure. 6 secondary folks from this past team either hit the transfer portal or used up their eligibility. So lots of moving parts in the secondary. A couple of freshmen got their first starts in the bowl game and played pretty well. Again, let's temper that with what Iowa had offensively, which wasn't much, but they played well. Got a couple of transfers coming in. McCoy from Oregon State, and then a kid from MTSU coming in. Should probably be starters next year in the secondary. Get Peely back for an extra year on the linebacker. He was a linebacker from BYU. Essentially had 1 year to play. He got hurt the first series of the first game against Virginia and missed the whole year. He did get an extra year granted from the NCAA, so he'll be back. He'll start probably along with Arian Carter. at that linebacker spot. Got a couple of freshmen to be sophomores played a lot this year. T. Lander and Perry, and of course Herring played a lot, and they were starting at the end of the year. So linebacker core should be better with Peely back. Defensive line returns most everybody. Tyler Barron went to the transfer portal, but Tyree West came in and played very well for him. And of course, we all saw what James Pierce did Monday. Had the strip sack, had a couple other sacks, had the pick six where he flared out in coverage, intercepted the ball, and ran it back 55 yards for a touchdown. Really showed really good speed for a defensive lineman. So defensive line should be really, really solid next year. Overall, I think it's going to be encouraging. They've got younger kids and transfers will be playing a lot next year, but good performance to build off of. Even though it was against Iowa, a good performance to build off of. Freshmen come in and perhaps at least break into getting some playing time next year.
We're talking to Jeff Beverly. We are live here again at Food City in Elizabethton on this Food City Friday. I'm going to try and pull up the Tennessee football schedule. I know you open up with Chattanooga. The Balls do. Here it is. Chattanooga. Then you have September the 7th, NC State in Charlotte, neutral site. Chattanooga should be a W. What about NC State?
Tennessee would be favored in that game, I would imagine. NC State, I know they've had a couple people hit the portal like everybody has. They do get a transfer quarterback, McCall, coming up from Coastal Carolina. Will, in all likelihood, be their starting quarterback when Tennessee faces them in September. Good, solid quarterback. He had a really good career at Coastal Carolina. Expect him to be the starter for them, obviously. So we'll see how Tennessee's young defense will react to a pretty good test there in the second game. But I think Tennessee, it's in Charlotte, but Tennessee's got a good fan base, in that part of the Carolinas as well. So I don't really expect it to be much of a home field advantage for NC State. I expect a lot of Tennessee fans will be there.
Kent State will be the next one up, and you got to feel like you're pretty good. That's a checkbook game. Then you open up on the SEC, rugged SEC schedule at Oklahoma. That's a return for Josh Heupel back to Boomer Sooner, if you will. So that should be a biggie. It's a heck of a way to open up the SEC schedule on the road at the newest team in the league, them in Texas, at Oklahoma. Should be a tough ball game.
It will be a tough ball game. Oklahoma will be good. They're going to be good every year. You know that. We saw Venables making some coaching changes already with his coaching staff. So they do have a freshman quarterback to be sophomore quarterback, probably be their starter next year. So early on in the season, I think it's maybe better to catch them a little bit early than it is a little bit later, perhaps. But it's a road trip. It's a road game. It's now going to be a conference road game. I'm sure any trip to Oklahoma will always be a tough game for sure. But exciting way to open the SEC for Oklahoma. I'm sure with Coach Heupel coming back to his alma mater, that'll be a lot of publicity and a lot of play around that. So we'll see how that goes. And really, if Tennessee can go out there and manage to get a win, that really sets them off to a good start for next year.
Love the backdrop, by the way. It looks really cool. Again, this is something brand new we've done starting the new year. Thanks to Carrie Taylor. She said, we're going to do a split screen and open me up to all kinds of people being able to chance to talk to anybody all over the country, which we're going to do. And so Jeff Beverly is the first one, numero uno. So thank you, sir, for doing this.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, so we keep on going through the schedule. In October, you go to Arkansas. Then you come back home to Florida and Alabama, so that wraps up the month of October. Arkansas down there, what's the story in the Razorbacks for next year, do you think?
Well, they'll be breaking in all new skill people. Looks like their quarterback transferred, KJ Jefferson transferred to Central Florida. Rocket Sanders, I think, is probably going to go to South Carolina. I don't know if that's official yet, but he's transferring. Sam Pittman changing out a few coaches. So unknown Arkansas team at this point. By the time Tennessee gets there in October, certainly know more about them at that point. But Arkansas struggled the past couple of years. They've not been very good. They've had a couple of dynamic players in Jefferson and Sanders, but really as a team have struggled. If Nico is playing well and Tennessee can get some of the defense lined out by the 1st of October, I think Tennessee can go out there and pick up a W.
Hello, Jules. Rock on, homie. Jules is watching. We love watching Jules watching the show. Thank you. We're live here again. We are. We're on the road here. We are at Food City in Elizabeth. Let me turn this up a little bit. It looks like I need to get a little bit louder here. Hang on here just a second, Jeff. We go into, all right, October the 12th and 19th, Florida and Alabama back-to-back. What a if you're a season ticket holder, that's a heck of a package. The Gators and Crimson Tide in back-to-back weeks with no layoff or no open date. The 12th and the 19th, Florida and Alabama back-to-back in Neyland Stadium. That's a heck of a twosome.
It is. It is for sure. Florida, such an unknown. I mean, you see what Florida's done the last 2 or 3 years. Did not make a bowl game again this year, losing record. The heat's going to be on Billy Napier for sure. And so it'd be interesting to see when they come up to Neyland, what kind of record they've got at that point, how they are. They do have a hot shot freshman quarterback coming in. Don't know if a true freshman will be starting for them or not by that point. Florida is it's sort of reminiscent of what Tennessee had gone through a few years ago. So we'll see how quickly they can recover and get back to what they expect and want for their program. And then, of course, Alabama. I mean, who knows? We all know what Alabama has been. Traditional. They've top 2 or 3 for the past 15 years ever since Nick Saban has been there. Some rumors out there that Saban could possibly retire. We'll see if that have not. I don't think that'll happen at this year, but you never know. I mean, I think they're really disappointed in losing to Michigan the other night, especially sort of the way it happened there at the end of the game. But anytime that Tennessee and Alabama meet third Saturday in October, it's traditional, and it's just one of the most spirited and really for a Tennessee fan, and I think for Alabama fans too, although they've had the upper hand now for a number of years. Of course, 2 years ago, remember what happened. And but really, it's the key game for old-time Tennessee fans for sure.
We'll talk men's basketball coming up here in just a second. We are live here again. We're on the road. As we said, we're here at Food City in Elizabethton. In November, Kentucky, Mississippi State, and at Georgia. What's your take on those three?
Well, again, you're breaking in some new coaches there at Mississippi State. Who knows what they're going to be like? I mean, first-year coach. Although Jeff Levy's a Heupel protege. I mean, he'll bring excitement. Mississippi State, they may really be rolling by the time they get to Neyland in November. But again, first-year coach, lots of personnel they need to really pick up at Mississippi State. So Tennessee should handle that one. But you get back into the old SEC East, which is no longer the East and West now. But you think about Kentucky and Georgia. Of course, Kentucky has been really, really good the past few years. But it's one of those kinds of deals like Tennessee, Florida. No matter really how good the teams are, Florida seems to always win that game, sort of like it is with Tennessee and Kentucky. No matter how good Kentucky is, Tennessee always seems to win that game. They won like 36 out of the last 40 or whatever in that series. So, but coming to Neyland, and that should be a good solid win for Tennessee. And then a trip down to Athens. Georgia is going to be good again next year. Obviously, they lose a lot of people this year to graduation or using up their eligibility and to the portal. A couple of their freshman defensive players have gone to the portal. So, but Georgia's going to be good. They're loaded from top to bottom. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, who all leaves or doesn't in any given year. They're loaded, a loaded lineup for sure. Be a tough matchup, but when you've got if Nico is playing the way that everybody anticipates, then I think anytime you go into a game with a top-rated quarterback and some key players around you, you've always got a chance.
We're talking to Jeff Beverly. We are live here again. We are at Food City in Elizabethton. This is our maiden voyage of a split screen. Get a chance to, as we said earlier, we'll be able to. Hello, Hudson. How you doing, buddy? We will be able to get, and we are going to be getting folks from all over the place. So this is just getting started. So I wanted Jeff, and what a nice gesture. He said, "I want to be your first guy," and he's doing a great job. November, UTEP and Vanderbilt should be both W's for the Volunteers, so should be a great campaign. We'll talk more about the football a little bit later on. Before we switch to basketball, big development out of Ole Miss. They're starting running back Quinshawn Judkins. This guy, a sophomore, 2,700 yards, 31 touchdowns in 2 seasons. Number 1 running back for the Rebels, says, "I'm out, I'm leaving." All SEC this year after rushing for 1,158 yards and 15 touchdowns for the first Ole Miss team to go 11-win season in program history. Quinshawn Judkins, who Lane Kiffin was obviously counting on for the next couple of years, entering the transfer portal. I don't get that. Where will he land? Could he come to Knoxville? Do you think maybe?
No, I don't think so. I think a lot of speculation is he's going to end up at Auburn. He grew up just not too far from Auburn. He grew up sort of an Auburn fan. And when Brian Harsin was there, when he was coming out of high school, he didn't really recruit him that hard, which is hard to believe. But he didn't, so he went to Ole Miss. But now Hugh Freeze, is back at Auburn, and he's notorious for getting players to come to his school. And so look for. I think Jenkins will end up at Auburn probably, and Caden Salter, who was. If people remember, he was a freshman at Tennessee. Then he transferred to Liberty and played for Hugh Freeze up at Liberty. Then he finished a good career at Liberty this year. Of course, they ended up getting beat pretty badly in the bowl game. But he's entered the transfer portal. He has 1 year left. Is entered the transfer portal. So a lot of speculation is he may be reuniting with Hugh Freeze at Auburn as well. So if they pick up Salter and Jenkins, their offense all of a sudden takes a huge leap up. As far as being able to score some points, and then we'll see how they go from there. But that was a surprise him leaving Ole Miss, though, for sure. Led the league, had 2 outstanding years, and you just wonder. I'm sure it's to do with NIL, the great extent of it, with NIL. Of course, Ole Miss brought in a ton of people in the portal. Had to feel like a pretty high NIL value for a lot of these people, a couple from Tennessee, and Walter Nolan, from A&M, and the running back, or the wide receiver, Wells from South Carolina. So they've really loaded up in the portal. Ole Miss will be a top 5 team probably going into next year. They would have been for sure probably with Judkins. Now him leaving, maybe not. But, I think some of the speculation is they may just ran out of money for the NIL. So he was probably wanting more than what Ole Miss was going to be able to provide. And maybe opportunity then to go back closer to home as well and play for Hugh Freeze. But I sort of expect him to end up at Auburn. We'll see where he ends up. But it was a surprise. You're right. That was that came down yesterday. It was sort of a shock to see him leaving Ole Miss.
Cyclone basketball tonight, doubleheader. The Cyclones taking on the Sullivan East Patriots. The ladies at 6:30. We'll go on there at 6:15. Dr. John Minton and yours truly going to bring it to you. The boys varsity to follow in the conference opener. We're talking to Jeff Beverly, our maiden voyage of a split screen. Again, it may not mean a thing to you out there, but it means everything to me because it's going to open me up to a lot of opportunities, talking to a lot of people, not only here locally but all over the country, which we're going to do. We've already got some feelers out with some nobody bigger than Jeff Beverly, of course. We've got some names. We're going to be talking to some people that are willing to do this. So for 4 or 5 minutes on a split screen. So I'm very excited about this. This is the first time we've done it. It needs some tweaking. I understand there's some volume levels and what have you, but by and large, it's working. We love it. So speaking of Ole Miss, they come to Thompson Bowling Arena tomorrow. Men's basketball, number 5, Tennessee, number 22, Ole Miss, SEC opener. Heck of a way to start it. So what's your take on this matchup tomorrow, Thompson Bowling?
Well, it really is. Chris Beard's the new coach at Ole Miss after getting dismissed at Texas last year due to some off-the-court issues. I think those, I guess, have been resolved, at least to the satisfaction of Ole Miss. They've got a pretty solid team. They played a very weak schedule, though, so far. They're 13-0. I think one of the last 3 undefeated teams, I think, something like that, maybe, that are left undefeated at this point. Pretty solid team. They're tall. They got a couple of 7-footers on that team. A couple of guards that transferred in. So a fairly new team for them coming in with Beard. I'm sure it'll be a very, very tough home opener, SEC opener for Tennessee, but playing at Thompson Bowling or Food City Center, I guess it's now called, playing there is a big advantage. Vescovy and Ziegler are starting to come around. They started off a little rough. Of course, Ziegler's still recovering from his knee injury from last year, but the past couple of games, he's looked pretty much 100%. He had 5 3-pointers the other night against Norfolk State. Looked solid as normal on defense, just harassing, stealing the ball, just disrupting the other team's offense, getting in a rhythm. And so he's back to his self, I think. Vescovy's starting to shoot the ball a little better. Dalton Connect, I think his ankle is getting better. He turned his ankle over at North Carolina and hadn't really played very well since then. I think the long layoff at Christmas has helped. He had, I think, 15 or 17 points the other night against Norfolk State. Looked back to his early in the season form for sure. So Tennessee should win the game. They should win their first probably 5 or 6 games in the conference. They'll be favored until they go to Kentucky in early February. So, but it's important to get off to a good start and not have one of these long slumps where you don't score for 4 or 5 minutes. But the defense we know will be there for sure for the Rick Barnes team. So, it'd be a good way to start at the new year with Ole Miss, and good way to start the home SEC schedule.
We're talking to Jeff Beverly. Before I let you go, squeeze in the Lady Vols are struggling for Kelly Harper and the Lady Vols. So what's going on right now with Tennessee women's basketball?
Well, they did have a win last night. They had a comeback win down in Auburn, which was encouraging because they were behind most of the game. But, Rakia Jackson was out for a number of games, and she's back. She had double-double again last night. She is an outstanding player, and maybe as good a player as there is in the conference. So with her coming back, now they should be better again. They're get back to maybe where people thought they might be going into this season if she can stay healthy. A couple of freshmen have come on and played fairly well lately as well. So I think the key is just staying healthy for sure. If Jackson can stay healthy and if she can play, that gives them a much better opportunity to win some games down the stretch here as they start going into conference play and getting ready, hopefully to at least make the tournament. That would be a big upset if Tennessee did not make the tournament for sure. But I think the seat getting a little bit hot, for Kelly. They've got to do better, I think. Again, a good performance in the tournament would help. Already seeing some speculation online. People were questioning about, should she stay coach, or already talked about perhaps like Carol Lawson, the former Tennessee Lady Ball, who's coaching at Duke right now. She's getting a lot of respect over there and getting a lot of accolades and doing well. And so a lot of speculation perhaps that she might be in line to maybe come back and replace Kelly if they do decide to make a change. Jeff Watts up at Louisville is another name to keep an eye on should that get to that point. He would be a really good, solid coach to bring to Knoxville if the situation unfolds that way. So we'll see. Hopefully Kelly can turn it around and Lady Vols can stay healthy and get it cranked up here, going into the conference play. The conference is always tough, as we know. South Carolina, LSU, both outstanding programs right now with their teams and coaches, and all the other teams in the conference are solid top to bottom. So the SEC is rugged in every sport, women or men. So it's hard to get conference wins, but hopefully, like I said, they can stay healthy. She can turn it around.
You feel good about it on your end? It looks pretty good on my end. I'm sitting watching this, and the volume, we kind of adjusted things. So is it okay on your end? I think it's a hit coming out of the chute here.
Well, considering what you had to work with here, it's hard to put too much lipstick on a pig. But if it can not break your cameras, I think we're good to go.
I think we've turned the corner here and going in a brand new dynamic for the Tom Daly Sports Show, and you're the first one. And I cannot thank you enough. I'll make sure that you're taken care of because of your kindness. So thank you, sir. Go Vols, and we'll do this again next week. I love the backdrop. Need to do that every time. It looks really, really, really sharp. Thank you, and go Vols. We'll talk to you next week, all right?
That sounds great, Tom. You have a great weekend, and talk to you next week, and go Vols.
Go Vols. Jeff Beverly with the UT update here, folks, on the split screen. We got him back in his studio at home. We appreciate that very much. And so we're going to hit this right here, and we're going to hit that right there, and I think – he is gone, and there we go. So how about that? That's pretty slick. It's for a dumb old country boy out of West Virginia, that's pretty good. So I'm tickled to death. All right, coming up next, she's here. She's in the house, Flower Mama. We're here live. Hello, Beth both coming out over good now. Yep. Thank you, Bernice. We had to do some tweaking. Thank the good Lord for Carrie Taylor. She came by here to make sure it went good. And it did, for all intents and purposes. We're going to fix it a little bit, tweak it, but it's a start. It's hello, sir. How are you? Yes, sir. Thank you. We're here live at Food City in Elizabethton, $5 days. Let's run down some of the specials going on at Food City. Let's see. Please tell me I brought my glasses. I did. Some things man's got to have, and glasses are one of them here. My Food City, $10 Food City glasses. Today and tomorrow, these are all Food Cities. In-store made sushi for $5. Jumbo baking potatoes for $5, an 8-pound bag for $5. You have Pepsi products. You've got the 8-pack 12-ounce bottles or 10-pack 7.5-ounce cans for $5. today and tomorrow. Smithfield bacon, 22-ounce package for $5. Bluebell or Kay's ice cream for $5. Campbell's condensed soup, 4 cans, $5. Prego pasta sauce, 4 for $5. And Powerade, 8-pack of 20-ounce bottles. And there's a deal. 8-pack for 20-ounce bottles for $5. Again, at all Food City locations. That goes on today and tomorrow. Let's pull that back just a smidgen. That's a little hot. And so that's what's going on again at all Food Cities today. And so we appreciate Food City starting the new year. We're here at Food City in Elizabethton. All right, we'll do flowers coming up. Still to go, we've got all kinds of sports because we got a late jump. As I told you earlier, if you're from Elizabethton, you can appreciate this. I got caught, whatever the word is, behind the garbage trucks on G Street. There's no place to go, and you just kind of get around them when you can. And so we got us here late. We apologize, but it is what it is. We'll just stay on longer. We do have basketball coming up tonight, 6:15. Dr. J. John Minton joins us. We'll be live at John Treadway Gymnasium honoring the 2014 Elizabethton Lady Cyclone State Championship team. The team went 32-3 under the coaching of then Coach Lynn Duggar. A lot of the ladies will be back tonight. Coach Duggar will be back tonight, so you get a chance to honor and salute the Lady Cyclone State Championship team, and we'll be there tonight with that, starting at 6:15 with the Lady Cyclones against Sullivan East, and then the boys that follows. It's a doubleheader tonight at John Treadway Gymnasium in the conference opener. We'll run down all the conference games coming up and all the games around the area coming up here in just a few minutes. Coming up next, she will be here to join us. She is Brittany from the Flower Department. The Floral Department, the #1 floral department in the entire chain. The #1, let me say it again, the #1 floral department in the entire chain of Food City stores, over 150 stores. And they are right there at #1 right here as far as moving the merchandise. She's got some show and tell coming up next. Also, yet to come, college basketball, pro football, big weekend, NFL, starting tomorrow with 2 big games involving teams trying to get into the playoffs and solidify their spot in the playoffs. We'll take a look at that. College basketball, big night, our big day tomorrow, top 20 college hoops. We'll tell you who's playing where and all the top 25 teams. All that and more coming up right after this from Food City on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It's exciting Elizabethton Cyclone basketball. Hi, this is Tom Taylor inviting you to join Dr. John Minton, yours truly. This coming Friday night as the Cyclones, guys and girls, open up conference play at home at John Treadway Gymnasium as Sullivan East comes to town. Airtime at 6:15 this Friday night for a basketball doubleheader, the Lady Cyclones and the guys to follow, both against Sullivan East. Join us this coming Friday night right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Cyclones!
A half-off event's going on now at Cannon's Furniture. Take half off or more on your new furniture, plus get 0% interest financing. Savings on every bedroom, living room, dining room, every room of your home. Take half off. Going on now at Cannon's Furniture in Elizabeth.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher that can offer seafood meal prep, suggest the perfect sides to pair, and even steam and peel your shrimp. All at no extra cost. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
I bet he'd be great at helping with the laundry.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show live at Food City in Elizabethton. Which one are you?
Shirley.
You're Shirley.
Yeah, Ethel's not here.
Ethel.
We have a fill-in Ethel.
We have Mac. Shirley's in the house doing flowers, floor arrangements to show you what's going on at all Food Cities. These are beautiful. Hello, Ann Hamby. Hello, Donna Horner. That's a new name, I think. Jimmy's down in Georgia watching. Thank you. We're live here again at Food City. Coming up, talking some high school basketball here in a few minutes. All right, here we go. Flowers.
About flowers.
Flower time at the OK Corral. Hang on, let me clear my throat. All right, here we go.
This over very quietly so it doesn't.
Don't hit the microphone.
Yeah.
Yep. All right,
So
this
these are in the ad this week. This is our Radiance bouquet, and these are $14.99.
$14.99.
Aren't those so pretty? We just got those in this morning.
The yellows are little roses.
Yep, you've got some Solidago, you've got some palms, you got Gerber. I think there's a Gerber daisy in there. Just a little mix of everything.
Little Solidago is good for the soul.
They're so pretty.
They are pretty though. $14.99.
I like seeing more springy colors now. I'm kind of drug out on the Christmas.
Yeah, we're
the
ready.
Red and green.
Yeah, we're ready for
all that.
spring.
I love spring colors.
Absolutely, we're ready for spring. Hello, Buddy Street. How you doing, sir? Man, I love Bud Street. How you doing, sir? You and Miss Liz up in Hampton.
You
All
just
right.
know everybody.
Oh, I've just been around a while, I reckon. Man, look at this. Oh,
Yeah, so these are
Oh.
our dozen roses, and these are in our ad every week. They're $10.99 for a dozen. We've got every color you could imagine. That's the yellow, and I brought a pink one over here too. Look
what's
how
my
pretty
favorite
those
color?
are.
Do you know?
What?
You know what my favorite color is?
What? Yellow?
Oh yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. My favorite color, yellow
Uh,
roses. Hello, Pete and Crystal Slagle. Love those kids. How you all doing? All right, we've got.
And here's the pink ones.
Oh boy,
But like I said, these are $10.99 every day
Look
in
at that,
any
folks.
food city.
gosh, at
You
all
get
food
any
cities.
color: red, white, pinks, different shades of pinks, orange, just everything.
Mm-hmm. All right,
And then we've got our rose bouquets too.
love it.
And that's a half dozen roses, and it's got filler in it, and it's got greenery. So these are good just to take and chop and drop down in a vase, and you've got a little of everything in there. And those are $10.99 too, and we keep those all the time.
Coming up, we'll take a look at high school basketball and top 25 college hoops. Who's playing where? Oh boy, we're doing flowers right here from Food
Yeah.
City.
So this is a weeping willow.
Weeping willow.
Aren't those so pretty?
Look at that.
Yeah. When they bloom, it looks like little pieces of cotton,
Mhm.
and they're real soft. They're so pretty.
Now, can we put this outside when the weather gets warm?
Yes,
Okay.
and it can survive the winter. But I would wait until spring to plant it. But they'll bloom just like they are right now, and just keep them moderately moist. They don't have to be real wet, but they're great little plants. We get them once a year. We always get them in January, and I always sell out of them really fast. So if you want one, I would come soon.
They go quick.
They go quick. They're
Price-
$19.99.
$19.99. These are weeping willows
Yes.
at Food City. And all the stores have them?
Yes,
All right.
all the stores got these. Yeah,
All right.
like I said, we get them once a year.
Got it. All right. We're here live at Food City in Elizabethton, talking to my buddy Shirley from the floor department.
Look at
All
this.
right.
I had to show you this too.
Doug Fritz joins us coming up next. All right.
So this is a type of orchid. These are a little bit different than the ones that we normally have,
Right.
but they're so pretty. Their blooms are a little bit smaller, but these are great house plants. All you got to do is drop a couple ice cubes in them once a week. That's all you got to do.
Really?
2 ice cubes once a week.
Sunshine?
Yeah, you can put them near a window. They like sun. They do fine in the artificial light in here. They thrive.
They stay blooming all year round?
No, they don't bloom all year round. They bloom about twice a year, but their blooms will last for months.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
they'll
this
last
is an
for
orchid.
months.
2
Yeah.
ice cubes a week, and that's it.
Yep, that's it. That's all you got to do. The easiest plant you can take care of.
So you'd have to be a moron not to pull this one off. So
Yeah, they're
if I
super
bought
easy.
this, there's a good chance I won't kill this one.
Right.
Right. 2
Yeah.
ice cubes a week.
Yep, and you can use water, but the ice cubes are better.
Mike is laughing at me. I don't know why. Well, yeah, I do
So
know
funny.
why. Because I'm a moron. Because I'm thinking, how could you mess this up? Look
You
at how pretty
can.
that is.
Yeah, I know. I love them.
$19.99.
No, these are $32.99.
Oh, $32.99. I'm
Uh-huh.
sorry.
Yep.
But still, well worth it. So we're
They
here
are
live at
so
Food
pretty.
City. All right. Now we're getting ready to
Talk
get
about
into
Valentine's.
the Day of Love.
So we've already started working on everything Valentine's. We get ready months ahead. But so
Wow.
we've already started making our candy arrangements.
Check this out. This is gorgeous.
Yes, and we can do them any kind of candy that you want, any style that you want.
Hershey Kisses in the bottom, little tiny candy bars. You got some.
You got a little balloon in there.
Got a
too. It
balloon?
says I love you.
Yeah.
And like I said, we can do it in any kind of candy if you want a specific kind.
So, all right, we do this for Valentine's Day. If you came in and said, "Look, I got somebody in the hospital. It's not Valentine's Day. I want to get them a
Yeah.
candy bouquet." You can do year round for anything, right?
Yes, and we've got everyday ones made as
Okay.
well. We keep those all the time. But if you wanted a specific kind of candy, we can always make an everyday one too.
There you
We
go.
can take them to the schools, like for your kid's birthday. They're good gifts like that. Or like you said, the hospital, nursing home. They're good gifts for anything.
Glass vase, $32.90. Is this $32.99? $34.99.
$34.99.
There you go.
That's for a half dozen, and then you get the candy in the bottom.
There you go. All right.
And then we've got dozens too.
Wow, check this out.
This one's $44.99.
For the chocoholic on your list, check this out.
So that's
Hershey
a dozen
bars.
Hershey bars.
Now we can come in and give you whatever we want.
Yes, you can come in and say, I want
Kit Kat,
a
Snickers.
different kind of candy
Sure.
bar. You know, we can do 12 different kinds of candy.
Love it. Check this out. In the bottom of Hershey Kisses. Why are you showing Valentine's? Oh, I don't know. It's about a month away. But
It is a month away, but for us, we start getting ready
because
now.
you get hit, don't you?
It gets, it gets
You get
crazy.
hammered. Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, even you can call and start placing your orders now, all the way through Valentine's. The earlier, the better, because we get so covered up. Sometimes we can't, make exactly what you want if it's right on that day, because we stay so busy.
This is one I gave last year to the girls.
Oh, you got one of these?
Got two of them, yep. They went bananas over them. So.
Yeah, so these are just our little boxes that we do every year. They're $19.99, and you get a little stuffed animal, which is usually a tie plush is what we usually get. And we put some candy in it. It's got some suckers, some chocolate, just different things, and those are $19.99.
Walked in the room tonight and stepped on this one because she left it on the floor. Imagine my surprise at 12:30 night when I stepped on something that was fuzzy.
Oh my gosh!
On the floor, and I'm thinking, we got critters in the house, doo-dah, doo-dah, but it wasn't. No, I about jumped, so it was okay. But anyway, I got one of these, and
yeah, and we can custom make these too. We send these. Did it open on you?
Why did I tell that story? I always tell the stupidest stories on myself.
I think it's funny.
Lord.
But yeah, we can send these to the schools. We will be out delivering on Valentine's Day, the day before. You can call us and place an order and tell us what kind of plush you want candy. We can make it and we can deliver it to the school to your kid.
We're here live, Food City Elizabethton, on the Food City Friday basketball coming up, doubleheader starting at 6:15 tonight. The Cyclones and the Lady Patriots, and the guys to follow in the conference opener. And again, we are celebrating and honoring the 2014 Elizabethton State Basketball Girls Champions tonight. The girls are coming back. Coach Duggar's going to be there, so it's going to be a special night tonight at the Elizabethton Gym, John Treadway Gymnasium. So be there, please. We're going to stream it video and audio on Facebook and YouTube tonight, starting at 6:15. So here we go.
How about your favorite?
Love it.
Drizzle melts.
Now, I bought the one, by the way, I want to tell you. I want to give you a testimonial. I bought the one where you just put the jar down on top of the warmer.
Yes.
We don't have to, and so you don't just unscrew the lid on the candle. You don't have to light the candle. You just set the candle down on the. Oh, you got one?
Yeah, I've got one right here.
Okay, I bought this one last time.
This one's
That's it.
$29.99.
That is it. Every time I come to a show, I lose money on this deal. So
Yeah.
but I bought this one. Although this the one I got done. This one's the one that heats it from the bottom up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway,
these are a lot safer.
They are
than
safer.
Lighting the candle. You just put the candle right under there, and the lamp just warms it up and melts it, and it makes it smell great.
Yep. Now the one I got, you set this right here is the warmer. You set the jar on the warmer.
Yes.
And I don't have the lamp, so it warms it from the bottom up.
It warms it from the bottom. Yeah,
And it
this one
works, too.
warms it from the top.
You
Yeah.
sell a lot of these, don't you?
Oh, we sell a ton of them.
Yeah.
And then these are some of the candles. This one's lemon sugar cookie. That one's my favorite.
Oh,
Does that not smell awesome?
lemon sugar cookie, Tuscany candle. So
Yes.
premium marbled wax, lemon zest and vanilla. How about
It
that?
smells so good.
Price point is
Those are $12.99.
$12.99.
And
right
we've
there.
got all different kinds of those back there too.
All right.
I brought another one.
These are
This
Swan
one's-
Creeks too, aren't they? No, these are
No, these
Tuscany.
are Tuscany.
Tuscany.
This one is vanilla cinnamon
Brulee.
brulee.
How about that French name? Hello,
And that
Mac.
smells good.
Brulee. She says that redneck can talk French. Oui,
Yeah.
oui, monsieur. Brulee. What's brulee mean? I have no clue.
I don't know. Do you?
No, I have no clue what it's. I'm just trying to impress you all. I have no clue. Ma'am, I'm from West Virginia. Come on now. We don't brulee much up in West
I
Virginia.
didn't know you were from West Virginia.
Oh, yeah. Almost heaven, West Virginia. Man, that is nice. Vanilla cinnamon brulee. Whew, that is smoking, smelling good right
I know
there.
it's like a good wintry scent, isn't it?
Yeah. By the way, you got a lot of rain coming. No snow, a lot of rain, maybe some snow.
I'm good with that as
Yep.
long as there's no snow.
A lot of rain. And
I'm
so,
not a snow person. If I can stay at home,
yeah.
and don't have to get out in it, then
Amen.
I like the snow.
That's it. So,
Most of the time, I have to get out in it, so I don't care for it that much.
so another day closer to spring's way I'm looking at this.
I can't wait.
Oh, me neither. I'm ready.
Can't
So,
wait. Okay, so these are the Swan Creek. These are drizzle melts.
right.
And these are $5.99 for 6 blocks. This one's apple and spice. Does that not smell so good?
It's like slicing an apple. Doug Fritz joins us coming up next. Oh, man, that is nice.
Awesome. These will literally smell up your entire house.
Oh, absolutely.
They're so amazing. And this one is glazed banana bread.
So can
I
you find
love
me a jar of apples and spice? I mean, the actual candle. I'll take it home, and you got one back there.
I'm sure I do.
Because I'm not using the melts right now. I'm using the
The jars.
yep.
The
I'll buy me one.
Yeah.
Apples and spice and everything nice. Did you catch that? Apples and spice.
Spice and everything nice.
No,
I got it.
she didn't catch it. Shirley's like asleep at the wheel. Well, I like that right there.
That's the banana bread. Is that not
Yeah,
amazing?
it is. I
I
love
love
coming
it.
over and hanging out with you guys. You know that?
I love.
I love coming over here. I
Yeah.
have the best time when I come to
It's
Food
so
City.
fun.
Oh, they're just crazy. I love it. So,
And I brought Snickerdoodle.
hello, Mac. Snickerdoodle.
She
Brulee.
wanted to make sure she wasn't seen.
Snickerdoodle brulee. It's a
Well,
what?
why didn't you say that a minute ago?
Brulee's a what?
It is a dessert with the
Oh,
caramel drizzle.
Miss Smarty Pants knows everything over here, but she won't tell us. So it is a French dessert with whipped cream. Is what you said? With caramel drizzle, brulee. I had no clue. So I just learned something new from Mike. Can you at least walk around here behind and wave at us? Come on,
Come on over here. She's like, I guess.
just come over here and get this over with. It's like going to the doctor. Just get
I told her one
There
day
you
she's
go.
going to talk.
one of these days. She's going to do it. Yep.
Yeah. I got Camille doing it. Or
You,
Ethel.
Ethel. Yep. She bucked it for about 6 months. Now she's
She
doing it.
did, and she loves
Now she's
it.
a runaway freight train. She loves
Yeah.
it.
So these are the little plug-ins.
Little
and
plug-in.
You just drop one of the drizzle melts down into it
Yep.
and just plug it right in, and it'll smell up your whole house.
All these available at all Food Cities, folks, and
We
this
got
is
them starting at $9.99. I think that one's
$12.
$12.99.
Yep.
But this is one of the newer ones, and I love this little mason jar with the lid like that. It's so cute.
I do too. Love it, love it, love it. So, wasn't plugged in. Now I'm plugged in. It just told me. So there you go. Now I'm better. All right. You got everything?
Yeah, that's all I got for today.
Awesome. Be back next. We'll come next month, right before Valentine's
Right
Day.
before, I'll have tons to show them.
Yeah. You're awesome.
I've got so much stuff you wouldn't believe coming in.
You're so cool.
I try.
No, you don't try. You do. You hit this up here. Love you, lady.
I love you too.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. He's in the house. Oh, there we go, right there. Found the commercial. Ready to roll. We're here live. Coming up, talking to Doug Fritz next at high school basketball. Big night around the area. Conference opener. Who's playing who? We'll tell you all about it next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, live at Food City in Elizabethton.
This is Pastor Mark Fowler, and we want to invite you to be with us at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church sometime soon. And we're thankful for what God is doing, and we've had visitors almost every week. We have so many people that God is using His Word to accomplish a work in their life. And we want you to come. I think about our society today, and there's a lot of talk about the negative aspects and generations and what's missing and what we're going to do and how do we face this social issue and how do we face that social issue. And that is always the buzz. And if we're not careful, we talk like God doesn't have an answer. 2 Timothy chapter 3 we looked at the other night together in our church, and it reminds us that yes, in the last days there's going to be some difficult things come, dangerous times, but the antidote is always God's Word. And so what we're trying to do is to provide Bible answers for today's tough questions. And we're building Believers by the Book. So we want your family to come. We're thankful to have a Sunday school hour and a junior church and master clubs and a youth group and all those things going on. But what we're trying to accomplish is to get the Word of God into the hearts and minds of God's people.
Back in the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Klondike Cornelius is here.
Yukon Cornelius.
Yukon. What I always call you? Klondike? Yukon.
It's a different section of
Coleman, come over here. Coleman, in the house, right over here, please, sir.
Oh, we've lost him.
Come over here. Swing. Loop around here, son. Caroline, right here behind me, please.
Family affair here
It's
on
the
the
Waltons.
Tom Taylor Sports Show.
It's the Waltons right here,
Good night,
folks.
John boy.
There you go. There's Coleman. All right. They thought they were going to stand up being when their daddy's talking about the auction. Of course, going to be here. Hey, doing, Caroline?
Good.
You're so cute.
Thank you.
What'd you get for? What's the coolest thing you got for Christmas?
A MacBook.
A MacBook. What'd you get, Coleman? What's your coolest thing?
A really big TV.
A really big TV. There you go.
We told Santa we wanted a 32-inch TV, and Santa showed up with a 43-inch TV.
Amen. All right,
So
big.
We're just watching it.
So when you guys watch ball games at home, the Cyclones will be on a bigger screen.
I don't have direct TV stream yet.
No, he has a very limited amount of things he can have.
You don't have direct TV streaming yet. So how old are you, Coleman?
6.
6. How many 6-year-olds talking about direct TV streaming? How old are you, Caroline?
I'm 10.
10 years old. All right. Dad wants to talk about this auction coming up. Circle the calendar. What's the date, sir?
February 3rd.
Feb 3, folks. Going to be great. Tell us what's going on.
Well, same thing as always. A lot of good stuff. Last year we had 222 items, which could have been a basket with 5 things in it, or it could have been, a trip to Disney World. So we're currently in the process of putting everything together, of getting the auction website set up. Probably be 2 or 3 weeks we'll have it set up and go ahead and start floating some items out there and letting people see what we've got. But we've got trips, we've got big items, we've got house renovation projects, all the things that have been in it years prior. It's kind of cool. This is actually the 9th year we've done it, and it's finally become one of those events. Whenever you say in Elizabethton, you talk about the bean supper, everybody like, no, I know what the bean supper is. And now the auction is
baseball auction
is our thing. And so these parents through the years, I know there's probably some of them out there listening, man, they've put in so much work to positively represent our program with a fundraiser, and gosh, everybody hates fundraising. There's rarely do you buy something you really want. This is actually an event where you can buy something you really want at a good deal. Usually get a good deal, and because of the generosity of businesses, not only in Elizabethton but in the Tri-Cities area and East Tennessee area, really, everything, all the proceeds. If you spend $1 on something, we get $1. It's 100% going into the program, and $6 gets you in the door, gets you breakfast, gets you admission to the live auction. We'll have anywhere from 5 to 15 items in the live. We've not really delineated yet what we're putting in there, but that morning of February 3rd, Gravy and Biscuits by Taz, a really good breakfast and just a good event. And we kind of use it as an open to our season because we start practice a week after week and a few days after that. So just a really good event. It's a fundraiser that I think people actually look forward to, and
absolutely,
it speaks to a lot of the work done here in this community.
And we will be part of it, of course, on Saturday, Feb 3. And so circle your calendar. Just make them. And we'll be talking a lot about this between now and February 3rd, which is really not that far away. You're talking 3 or 4 weeks from tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah. Is
that right?
Don't freak me out too bad.
Tomorrow is the 6th?
Yeah.
13th, 20th?
A little less than a month.
27th? About 4 weeks we're in.
That's it.
Big auction to benefit the baseball team. Of course, we're middle of basketball now. Basketball, wrestling, and swimming are winter sports, but right around the corner is softball and baseball and boys soccer and track and field.
Yeah.
What am I leaving off? Tennis.
Yeah.
Tennis. So it's around the corner.
It is. And, Doug and I were just talking over here, the quality of spring athletics in this area has just went through the roof. We have a tough calendar for it. I mean, scrimmage and baseball in February is not a whole lot of fun. Really playing baseball in March is not a whole lot of fun. Sometimes April, but those days where folks can get out, man, you really need to go out and support these kids. Let them feel that support. It's really important to them. We don't need big crowds, and I tell our guys all the time, hey, make your own music. Make your own crowd noise. Like, we're kind of our own traveling party, but there's those games where, it's nice to have a big crowd and have these kids recognized for the hard work they put in.
Caroline, you excited about baseball? Yeah, they're always there with their dad. Mom's there. Tell the story of our very first ball game we ever streamed. How many people was watching?
So I come home, and she's excited, and I'm like, wow, we broadcast the first baseball game in Elizabethton High School baseball history. Got it broadcast. It was awesome. I was running home. We had a big win. Got home and said, Sarah, how'd it go? She's like, that guy's really good. Like, he's got a good voice. He kind of knows what he's doing. I said, yeah, of course he does. Don't hold the fact that he was at the Citadel against him. Don't do that.
Don't hold the fact he's from West Virginia.
That too. Anywho, golly, that's rough. That's a rough combo. But anyway,
Yes.
I said, well, how many people were watching? And she said 6. I said, 600? I said, that's an awesome crowd. She said, no, 6. And one was me, and the other one was your mama and your mom. So that was 3 of them. It's like, okay, we're gonna be like a restaurant.
Good place to start.
We're gonna have consistent hours. We're gonna serve a really good product, and eventually the word will get around, and they'll show up. And my goodness,
It
look
has.
what it's turned into, man. An empire. You got an empire, man.
The very first thing we ever did in Elizabethton, the first event, was this baseball game. And now, like, I was telling Dr. J the other night, we had 2,300 views for the girls' basketball game the other night against Dobbins Bennett.
Yeah.
So
It's a big deal.
Yep. And we're going to tell you one more time, thanks to you all out there, the month of November, we went over 100,000 views for the first time in the history of the show. A lot of that Cyclone Sports and this show. So thank you. And so we've got a big celebration coming up. We'll talk more about that next week. 2,000 show celebration. You're going to be there.
Yeah, you got to let me know about that one.
You're going to be there. If nobody else is going to be there, this guy's going to be there.
They said it'd never work.
Said it'd never work. Yep. They said it would never work. And here we are. So
I already know what I'm getting you. I'm getting you a gift.
Why are you giggling, Caroline? Do you know what he's getting? I didn't like that giggle. You are so funny. She just giggles all the time. They tell me over West Side, she just giggles. She's a giggle box.
She don't at home. She fusses.
Oh, does she really?
Yeah.
And every time I see Rhino, little Ryan, he's eating something. I went over that time for the donut thing. I think one of the kindergartens doing donuts, and they were selling donuts. And
that's Miss Victoria.
Miss Victoria, yep. Miss Victoria and Miss Amanda and Miss Bennett. What's her name? Jancy, thank you. So anyway, I'm walking out of the school, and here comes Rhino came in to buy some donuts.
Yeah.
Looks like a dog. He's got 2 hanging out of his mouth. I said, hi, Rhino. He said, that's all I could say. We come to the FCA thing the other night. Coleman. Spoke at the FCA. We had Chick-fil-A. I walked past the table. Coleman's eating. I said, hey, Coleman. Ugh. He just grunted. Don't bother man when he's eating dinner. You don't do that, do you? You're more prim and proper. So then your brothers. So, yeah. She says, yeah. She knows.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Mama did okay on that.
Yeah. All right. Guys, thanks. Feb 3. Be back. We'll have him back on talking about February the 3rd, the baseball auction at the Commons at Elizabethton High School. And here's the thing in closing. It benefits Cyclone baseball, but you got people bidding on stuff that are all over the Tri-Cities, right?
Oh, they're all over the world.
Yeah.
We've shipped stuff all over the country.
Yeah.
And so with it being online,
Yeah.
We'll get all that registration. It's easy.
Mm-hmm.
I think even you could pull it off.
Even I can do it.
So
I'm
really
technically
easy
challenged.
registration, and you can bid from California. You can bid from India if you want to.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's all to help the baseball program. 100% goes into the kitty to help Cyclone baseball. All right, man. Love you.
Love you too, brother.
Cole, man, you're the man. Put it right here. You're growing up on me. Yeah. You're not a little kid anymore. You're beginning to look like a young man.
You should see him swing a stick.
Oh, really? Can he swing a stick? Baseball stick?
Brings the funk.
Really?
Yeah. He's going to be a home wrecker.
And this one right here, you need to get a shotgun now because.
No, don't worry. I've already started planting seeds up here at West Side.
Oh, me, oh, my.
Daddy's crazy.
Oh, that's it.
What?
Like the old dog fuck in Australia?
I have no idea.
I have no clue what this man just said.
Mom will have to watch it later. She speaks cold.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Doug Fritz next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It's exciting Elizabethton Cyclone basketball. Hi, this is Tom Taylor inviting you to join Dr. John Minton, yours truly. This coming Friday night as the Cyclones, guys and girls, open up conference play at home at John Treadway Gymnasium as Sullivan East comes to town. Airtime at 6:15 this Friday night for a basketball doubleheader. The Lady Cyclones and the guys to follow, both against Sullivan East. Join us this coming Friday night right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Cyclones! Tell me, we don't talk a lot about it, Gabe. Tell me about the cold subs. Tell me about those in Port Travis, would you please?
So our cold subs, they come with they come in two different sizes, 12-inch, 6-inch, and they come with bologna, salami, ham, cheese, and then we can put whatever you want on it, and they come pre-made. We can get you out of here pretty quick.
6-inch or 12-inch?
Yes, sir.
6 inches, how much?
6-inch is $5.19, and a 12-inch is $6.49.
You couldn't make it for that. You couldn't go buy the bread. There's no way you could go buy the bread and make what they're going to do for you for that kind of price. The cold sub, 6-inch or 12-inch. They also sell salads. Tell me about the salads.
So we got a house salad that comes with cheese, tomato, croutons, and then 2 packs of dressing of your choice. And we can also throw our special signature onions on them. And then the chef salad comes with the same thing, but we can throw any type of meat you want on there. So a house salad is $6.29, and then the chef salad is $7.49.
Not going to bust your billfold, folks, and you get a salad too. They don't scrimp. That's kind of the motto. We don't scrimp. If you get a sandwich on those hot subs, we don't scrimp. So what's you're here all the time. What's the top 3 sandwiches you guys make day in and day out?
Ham and cheese, most popular. I'd say second to that, probably Mad Italian, and then third is probably a Reuben.
Yep. The Mad Italian is what? What do you get on it?
So you get ham, turkey, cheese, and then we can throw everything on there for you.
We got 10 cases of drinks over here. Everything, Pepsi products, Coke products, energy drinks, got all that. We got, we run through all the different Y's, Cape Cod, Toms, Lances, Doritos, Cheetos, got all the different kinds of chips.
Yes, sir.
All right here. Phone number to call is?
I actually don't know that part.
543?
Yeah, 6128.
6128. Port Travis Deli, they also sponsor our Player of the Game, folks. Every time a kid plays ball, again, from Elizabethton or Tia Duggar, we give them a Port Travis Deli Player of the Game. We appreciate that very much. Gabe Sexton, folks, one of our great sponsors right here, working hard
yes, sir.
At Port Travis Deli.
I'm Dr. Beth Cannon with Cannon Family Dental. I've been in practice here for going on 11 years now. We do offer Invisalign here, which is basically an alternative to traditional braces. Invisalign's a wonderful option for adults especially, but we also have a lot of teenagers that are really benefiting from Invisalign because they don't want to deal with braces at school. Some of them are embarrassed by having the metal. So we've had a lot of patients coming to us saying, am I a good candidate? I promise I'll wear them like I'm supposed to. And to be honest, the ones we have in Invisalign right now have been fantastic patients. It's a real straightforward product. We monitor your progress just to make sure everything's going how it needs to be going. And I'm sure you've seen the commercials on TV for the alternatives to Invisalign, but most of those can cause us a lot of problems that you aren't even aware of if you're trying to kind of take it on yourself. So we highly recommend that you see a dentist and we can make sure there's no problems happening. Most of the time it's either there's a lot of crowding with your teeth, especially on the lower, or there's a lot of unwanted spacing between your teeth that's causing food to get trapped and things like that you want to correct because everybody wants that Hollywood smile. And Invisalign is an amazing way to be able to get to that point. So if you're interested in Invisalign or you just have some questions, definitely feel free to call the office and set up an appointment. Our consultations for Invisalign are at no cost. We would love to have you come in and get to meet everyone and make sure that's something that you're really interested in doing.
There we go. Back in the Tom Douglas Sports Show, look who stopped by, and we're glad that he did. Our buddy Doug Fritz with a brand new endeavor. We'll talk about that here in just a second. Let's run down. By the way, we're going to go over the 1 o'clock hour because we got here late because we got hung up behind the garbage trucks. You might be a redneck. Wonder how many people doing a sports show around the country didn't get there on time because they were behind garbage trucks on a 2-lane road. Couldn't get around them.
Remember when Pascual Perez got lost on I-85 for the Braves and couldn't get to the Braves game?
I remember that, yeah. That's exactly right. Our verse today, we always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. Isaiah 41:13 says, "For I, the Lord, your God, hold your right hand. I am the Lord who says to you, fear not, I will help you." He's helping Doug Fritz, Isaiah 41:13. New endeavor, Doug's no longer with the paper. Want to take a turn, do something different with his life, and he is. We're going to help him get the word out as much as we possibly can here on the show. It's called Matthew 5:16 Sports. It's a really cool endeavor. Tell us what it's all about, sir.
Well, when I made the decision to get out of the newspaper business, I didn't know what I was going to do specifically, but the one thing I did know that I wanted to do was to do something faith-related and to do something to glorify God, to point to Jesus and to be able to freely share the gospel message. And I didn't know what that was going to look like. And without going into all the details of how it came about, I found a place where I could write the things I want to write and deal with area sports from a Christian perspective. I feel like there's and I was just talking to Ryan Presnell, he agreed with me, I feel like there's a void there. I don't believe anybody's ever done it the way that I'm going to try and do it. And basically just trying to look at things in the light of eternity, and not just looking at things horizontally and how you're doing, who's winning, wins and losses, all that stuff, but more so looking towards the Lord, looking to Jesus. And I'd love to see this become more than just stories. I'd love to see it become a ministry. And it's basically a newsletter. And here's the thing. It's there's no advertisements. It's subscription based, and I'm going to set the subscription as low as they'll let you set it, which is $5 a month. And what I want to do is get enough subscriptions to where I can pretty much give all the content away free. The subscriptions would form the base. They would basically be like donations to help spread a positive message into our area. And just to be able to look at things from a different perspective. And if I can, it doesn't have to happen immediately, and I want to wait on the Lord's timing and see how this goes. But if I can get somewhere in the neighborhood of 500 or 600 subscribers, then I can do this thing, I think, moving forward. And I'm talking about stories, I'm talking about videos, I'm talking about podcasts. I've finished one podcast and I shared it with Tom, and it got to a point and it cut out on him, so I need to resend him it. And there's a lot of technical stuff that I'm having to learn.
Amen.
It's a new learning curve for me, and I got a little frustrated. And last night Loretta said, well, she said, you're having to learn all this stuff again. Some of it I knew before. Like I was doing the podcast in GarageBand. I used to know GarageBand like the back of my hand. I could just go in there and do all this stuff. And I was trying to do it, put this thing together, and it was frustrating. I couldn't remember how to do things. I had to reteach myself, relearn it. And here's the funniest story. I couldn't figure out how to put automation points so I could fade the music out and fade the music in. I thought, well, I'll Google it. So I Googled it, how do you do automation points in GarageBand? And there's this video on YouTube. And it's like, you do this, 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 and this. And I went, oh, that's pretty easy, this, this, this. And you know who did the video? Somebody in middle school. So it's like, okay. So
I understand.
This is. I mean, for young people, that's their jam, and they know it like the back of their hand. For me, I'm like, oh, I don't know how to do this. Teach me. And I was also talking to my nephews over the Christmas holidays, and talking to them, and it was me and my brother, and it's his younger kids. They're like 11 or 12, and we were asking them questions about, well, what's this? How does this work? And he was like, oh, well, this, 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 and this. So the next generation knows all this stuff. But I would love to see, one of the things that really tugs at my heartstrings, we've got a lot of high school athletes, college athletes that are out there in our area that are playing sports that people are just basically kind of ignoring them. And it's like, well, if you're in this community, and I'm not saying you have to go to a sporting event all the time, but if you're just completely ignoring the young people, that's tomorrow's generation.
Yep.
And
amen.
The loss of community that I've seen through the newspaper business, from what it was in the late 80s to what it is now, that needs to get better. It may never get back to what it was. It may never get anywhere close to what it was, but it needs to get better. And I want to play a small role in that by telling people, what's going on with these young people, and bringing these stories, not of this kid rushed for 200 yards or this kid scored 40 points. Those are all well and good and great accomplishments. But I want to tell the story of a kid who's overcome having to grow up with a single parent and having to try and find a way to get to a football practice, and maybe they have to babysit, and they got to babysit a younger sibling, and They got to do homework, and they got to do this, that, the other thing. Where do they find time to read Scripture? How do they find time to dedicate to the Lord? These are the kinds of things that I want to present to the community, and I'm on your show, and I'll be doing it elsewhere too. I hope to just ask people to consider this and consider, hey, supporting this. I hope it becomes a ministry, and that's what I want to do.
Absolutely. Well, you look at the guy that I'm a big fan of, Dabo Sweeney. I mean, you go back and read his story. You know, he went through a divorce. His parents did. He and his mom shared a one-bedroom apartment. I think one of them slept he slept on the floor. I mean, it's an incredible story. It's a lot of adversity because of, circumstances he had no control over as a little boy. And he rose up out of the ashes, if you will, gave his heart to the Lord, and the rest is history. I love Dabo Sweeney because he does not back down. He'll tell you unashamedly where he stands with his walk with the Lord, and I love that. So I'm a big fan of Sweeney. Here is an interesting story. Terry Gene Bollea is how you say his name, known as Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
He got saved over the Christmas holiday, got baptized.
Awesome.
So I thought, and this is the kind of things Doug's going to work on, I think, if I'm reading what he's telling me he's going to do. So Hogan professed his faith in Christ, was baptized along with his wife, Sky Daly, at Indian Rocks Baptist Church in Largo, Florida, near where he grew up in Tampa. Of course, he said, he got saved at the age of 14, but went off the rails, to say the least. He's now 70. The only thing that's really going to last, the only thing that is real is the stuff that's going to last forever, your faith, your belief in God, and knowing that once you're a Christian, you've accepted Christ as your Savior, you're not going to perish, but going to have everlasting life. This is from Hulk Hogan. This happened again over the Christmas break, and so he got saved. And so, I mean, what a testimony for Hulk Hogan to go out here and tell folks that he's giving his heart to the Lord. So it goes beyond WWE. It goes beyond all the awards he got, all the national television exposure, Hulk Hogan. And that's the kind of things you're talking about, right?
Yeah, just anything like that. And I wanted to share, too, people say, why Matthew 5:16? And I was trying to come up with a name for it. We kicked around a few things, and I found something we liked, and the URL was already taken, so I couldn't use that. And then both of my daughters said, well, what about a Bible verse? And the interesting thing about that was I already had a Bible verse that was driving me towards this, and I didn't have the connection. And when they said that, I said, okay, that's what it is. And I wanted to read Matthew 5:14 through 16 to get the whole context of it. But in 14 starts, you are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. Nor do people light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a stand, and it gives light to all in the house. In the same way, and this is verse 16, in the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven.
Yep.
And that's a command.
Yep.
That's not, if you think about it, maybe that's a command. You're supposed to let your light shine before others, not for anything that you gain for it, but so that others will see your good works, and they'll say, look what God is doing in that person. Look what Jesus is doing in that person. And that's my goal, is to shine and to bring Christianity, and I'd love to hide behind the cross and let people see something else, not me.
That's it.
So
well put. We're going to have him on a very regular basis. I've been thinking about some things I'm going to do to help Doug too. So he has stepped out in faith to do he's walked away from the newspaper industry after how many years?
37 years.
37 years of making a job change. Now, you talking about scary, somewhat scary, a little uneasy, but again, my mom used to say, if he brings you to it, he'll bring you through it.
Amen.
I've heard that since I was a little boy. My mom used to say, if he'll bring you to it, he'll bring you through it. And so he's going to bring Doug through it, and we're going to help him every way we can here. Let me run down a couple of basketball games tonight. You still got your pulse on basketball, right?
I still, it's like I want people to understand. I'm not just giving up on sports. I want to find that. I want to find a good mix.
Yeah.
I want to find a mix, and we'll see how it goes from here.
Shannon coming up next. She's got all kinds of goodies on her tray over here. Lousy mercy. I go in the hole every time I come over. I end up buying candles and food. Take home, she'll say, "You need this right here," and she'll put it right underneath my nose. You talking about a sweet lady. I love working with this lady over here. All right, a couple of quick looks at games. I think tonight Westridge at Science Hill should be a great ball game, great doubleheader for both the guys and the girls.
Yeah, I mean, those teams are in such a small league. They only get a couple opportunities, and they're having to wait till January, and it'll be interesting to see how things mix out from here.
Crockett at Unicoi County tonight. That's a big one for the guys and the girls. That's the top two teams right now.
Yeah, but both of them. That's a big time game. You know, Crockett's girls are having an outstanding season, and Unicoi's girls have been really good. And like you said, both the boys teams are just that should be just a really good basketball.
Chucky Doak at University High tonight. That's two big ones in 1A, and again, both these teams are loaded, and so that'll be two good ones being played in Johnson. We had University High earlier in the season. They beat Elizabethton by 30.
It's a good bunch.
They can play.
Yeah.
They can light it up and go. So it's a good time. Here's the entire schedule. Westridge at Science Hill, Daniel Boone at Dobbins Bennett, Crockett at Unicoi County, Easton Elizabeth, we talked about that's our game tonight, Bearden at Greenville, Cloudland will be up in Stony Creek to battle Unaka, Granger at South Green, Cherokee at Washburn, Providence Academy at Berea Christian, and Cumberland Gap at Claiborne. That's guys and girls doubleheaders tonight. We'll go in there with our broadcast at 6:15. Lady Cyclones. They're honoring the 2014 state championship team of Lynn Duggar, and the ladies are coming back. They went 32-3 that year. They beat Fulton by 14 points to win the state championship, and so we'll be showcasing them tonight at the 2014 team, and so that is awesome. But again, in closing here, when Hulk Hogan makes a profession for the Lord, that's huge. And so I got this story where he and his wife got saved and got baptized at Indian Rocks Baptist Church in Largo, Florida, near where he grew up in Tampa. He's 70 years old. He said, I got saved when I was 14. I was wild as a buck. He said, I did a lot of crazy things between 14 and 70. He said, I rededicated my life to the Lord. And so Hulk Hogan professing that he got saved. And what did he say? I'm going to let you go. Now you got to get going. It says, don't make me put my glasses back on. Total surrender and dedication to Jesus is the greatest day of my life. No worries, no hate, no judgment, only love. What else did he say? Died on the cross, paid for my sins. Where did I read earlier? I read where he was at 14 years old. He was wild as a buck and got saved. There it was. Thank you.
14.
More vocal about his faith now in recent years. So anyway, he got saved and got baptized, he and his wife. And so he's now out on the trail, still wrestling at 70, but going to go ahead and use wrestling as a platform to get the gospel out there. So Hulk Hogan now.
It's never too late. And,
no.
Until you've taken your final breath, it's never too late.
That's
it
it.
Doesn't matter where you're coming from.
That's it.
It's a matter of where you're going. So.
You got it. I'm going to help you any way I can, sir.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're a good man.
Thank you.
He would be a brother in Christ. My man right here. A brand new Matthew 5:18 Sports. 5:16 Sports. Throw my glasses on. All right. We will get him on more and more. You're going to see a lot of Doug Fritz starting next week. We got to work that out. Quick break. We'll be right back. She's here with all kinds of goodies. I'm telling you, I lose money when she comes over here. I'll say, okay, I'm going to take that. I mean, there's more times I can leave here with my buggy with, oh, you want this one? Okay, well, I can get this for you, Tom. So cheese balls, Chex Mix last time I was here. I mean, whatever. I'm just such a sucker. So here we go. She joins us next here on the Tom Dillon Sports Show. And then coming up, top 25 college basketball, the NFL, and another rundown of the big basketball games tonight. None bigger. Honoring the 2014 state champion team, the Elizabethton Cyclones, with Coach Duggar tonight of the ball game. And then the conference opener, Sullivan East coming to town. We'll have a doubleheader beginning at 6:15 right here on the Tom Dillon Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. We're great sponsors on Cyclone football. Again, the great folks at Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Joseph Taylor, tell us what it's all about.
Yes, sir. We specialize in short-term rehab or long-term care. We accept all major insurances. We accept Medicare, Medicaid. What we really love is people that come in that have had a knee replacement, hip replacement, come to Ivy Hall for some inpatient rehab. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We have a full-time respiratory therapist. And Tom, you can see I'm a big guy, so you know I like food. I know good food, and Ivy Hall specializes in home-cooked meals, three good meals a day, You can catch me every day right at the door getting my tray myself.
There you go. That's awesome. How do we find out more about Ivy Hall on social media?
Yes, sir. We have a Facebook page, Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, or a website, ivyhallnursing.home.com.
One of our great sponsors, folks. Glad to have them on board. Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
These are the hands that planted the seed and pulled the weeds and fixed the engine and harvested the crop and loaded the truck. But of all these hands do, nothing is more important than being a good neighbor. From the farm to Food City, local produce is all in a day's work.
I said, "Are you ready, dear?" She said, "I'm born ready." So there you go. All right. How you doing? Did you have a good Christmas?
I did.
Yeah.
Did you have a good Christmas?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome.
Had a great Christmas. Love this lady right here. She is awesome. I was telling her off air that she's the only one that, in all the food cities I go to, she's the only one that comes and promotes what's going on at the deli. So everything you're about to see here is good at all food cities. So I want you to know that. It's not just here. It's chain-wide or system-wide. So let's start with this one right here, and I'll be your Vanna. Apple fritters for $3.99. Tell me about this, would you please?
They are glazed, and
Yeah.
we do them fresh in the deli.
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
We even have them in our donut case where you can get them single.
That's what's okay. You can get them in a four-pack or a single.
Yeah.
Whatever you need.
But this week they are on one of our main tables. When you walk through the door, you should be able to find them at all the stores. They're really good. They got good, nice chunks of apple in them.
Oh, yes.
They're really good.
$3.99. All right.
$3.99.
Let's go to the next one.
Okay.
Ooh.
Our half cakes are on sale. You know, they're doing all this, you know, promoting the stuff for people that don't have as many people in the household anymore because kids are growing up, getting married, moving away,
Here I am.
sort of thing.
I'm by myself, so I got me
our half cakes are normally $8.99, and this week all of our half cakes have got a digital coupon to get $1 off. So you're getting them for $7.99.
$7.99.
And it's all the flavors.
Last time I was here.
Red velvet, coconut, German chocolate.
Look here. Half a cake, folks.
Carrot.
For those of you who can't eat a whole cake, don't want a whole cake, here's a half cake. I was going to tell you I bought a half a pie when I was here last time. Half a pumpkin pie because you talked me into it.
Yeah.
So, and it worked perfect. I'm by myself, so I went home, ate me up.
And see, a lot of this stuff, if you take it home and you're not going to eat it right away, because I know you're on the road quite a bit.
Yeah.
If you're not going to eat it right away, you can always stick it in the freezer.
Yep.
And take it out. About 30 minutes, it'll be just as fresh as it was when you put it in there.
Yep. That's exactly what I did.
So, I mean, it's not like you're going to waste it or anything, even at a half a cake.
You're exactly
or
right.
half a pie.
Oh, look at this.
This is our winter special.
Lousy
You know,
mercy.
every season we got a cake.
Yep.
This is a hot cocoa cake.
Oh, look at this. This is awesome. I'll
And
make
it's
sure.
got all the chocolate and marshmallows and whipped cream.
And this doesn't do it justice because I got it, and there's a glare on the plastic. I don't want to spill it, drop it on the computer board, but look at this. This is awesome.
Chocolate cake with chocolate icing.
$10.99.
Whipped icing. And it's got marshmallows on top. And it's even got actual cocoa mixed in with some of the icing that's put in it. And glaze and stuff that goes on it.
At all the stores, right?
At all the stores.
Wow.
That's our winter one.
If you're a chocoholic, there you go, folks.
It is.
Lousy mercy.
All right. Today and tomorrow.
$5
our cream
days.
cakes are on sale. The whole cream cake for $5. And this is just a few of them.
This whole thing's for
This
$5?
is coconut and pineapple.
Wow.
And then we have a chocolate.
There goes Christy Vaughn. She's shopping here. All right, it's good. Chocolate, all right. $5 for that. $5 for the chocolate. Wow.
And then We have
You're killing me.
blueberry. We have lemon.
Got that one, okay.
And then we've got one that's a socket to me, and it's got a little bit of everything in it.
Here's a red velvet, folks. Wow. Coming up next, talking top 25 college hoops. All right. Talking to our
Now-
buddy Shannon from the Bakery Deli here at Food City in Elizabethton.
Now we also carry these little trios, and it's Dietz and Watson. You know how I am about Dietz and Watson. I love their stuff. It's got salami, pepperoni, and provolone cheese in it for $10.99. And there's
Wow.
enough meat and cheese in there to make probably about 4 sandwiches.
Look at that, folks.
And
All
then
right.
all you need to do
Here's
is
the
get
question.
the sauces for it.
Here's a question for you.
Okay?
I'm by myself, told you that.
Mhm.
Single man. All right, so when I buy these, what is the shelf? If I bought this today, what's the shelf life for it to go bad? If we could take it home, keep it in the refrigerator? A week? 7 days? 4 days?
Not with cheese and salami. They usually have a lot longer because
Okay.
they're a sturdier type of meat and everything.
Okay.
And like this one right here, you can see right there, April 1st is how long it's good for while it's sealed.
Wow. Sell by
So-
April the 1st. So it'll stay a while.
Yeah.
All right, when you come over and buy like the shaved ham or the shaved turkey sliced, and I do that all
When
the
it's
time.
fresh like that, it's usually good for about 3 or 4 days.
Okay. That's what I
After the date that's on the package.
on the package. Okay. Just
As long as you keep it refrigerated and
Yep.
everything.
okay. I'm doing it right then. So
So,
all right, Dietz and Watts, that's the trios. All right, you got some more goodies.
all right, these are on sale for $5 a pack. We've got like Munster cheese, yellow or white American, Swiss, the jalapeno cayenne cheddar cheese. For those that like the spicy side of it,
This is the jalapeno and cayenne cheddar cheese. All right, for $5 a pack this
and then
week.
all of our sliced meats are on sale. All this is $5 today and tomorrow,
Mm.
and they're normally $6.99. So you're getting them for a pretty good price.
You got any smoked turkey over there?
I have, let's see, I have Oven Classic Golden Brown. I have Black Forest.
This is Black
Smoked.
Forest turkey breast.
Mhm.
Okay. Here's the Oven Classic turkey breast for $5 this pack today and tomorrow.
And I mean, we've got all kinds of different hams. There's a gourmet light ham, there's a tavern ham, a Virginia ham, which that's the Virginia. There's a Black Forest ham. And then also we have like the London broil roast beef, the seasoned roast beef. We've even got a pastrami that's pre-sliced and everything. All the Dietz and Watson pre-sliced meats and cheeses today and tomorrow is on sale for $5 a pack.
All right.
$6.99.
No nitrates or nitrates are added in these, by the way, Dietz and Watson. No MSG, gluten-free, fully cooked. So, all right, after the game tonight, do I want turkey or ham, and which cheese do I want? You're going to sell me 2 packs here before
Turkey's usually good with a spicy, like the jalapeno cayenne, if you like spice.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm a ninny.
Then you can do the cheddar,
Okay.
something like that.
Or sharp cheddar.
And then the ham, you can do Swiss or provolone is good with it. Provolone will go good with the turkey too.
All right, I want smoked turkey. I'm going to come over and get a package of smoked turkey and a thing of cheese.
Okay.
I'll go home tonight and
Have you a sandwich?
watch a cowboy movie after the games and drink a glass of milk and eat a sandwich. Thanks to Shannon at the
And
Bakery
then
Deli.
To
There
go
you go.
with all that, we have sauces that Dietz and Watson
Oh.
has too. Horseradish sauce.
There you go. Price point doesn't say, but that's all right.
They're $4.49.
$4.49. Okay. Horseradish,
Chipotle mayo
chipotle mayo.
for the spicy side of it.
Gotcha.
And you want to talk about something good?
This right here,
Is their hoagie dressing?
the delicatessen style hoagie dressing from Dietz and Watson.
That is the best stuff in town.
Really?
I would put it up against anybody.
Really?
That's good stuff.
Good stuff. She's grinning like a fox in a house. That's good stuff. That's awesome. You do
Now,
such a good job. Thank you for doing this
We
every
also
time.
have the best thing to do with these sliced meats and cheeses that you're getting.
Mhm.
Get you a pack of Hawaiian rolls and make you some sliders.
Bingo.
Butter and garlic
Put-
spread over the top. Stick it in the oven for about 20 minutes.
What about the microwave?
You have to be careful with the microwave because with the microwave sometimes it makes stuff tough just because of the microwave.
Yeah. If I turn on my oven, it would go, what are you doing? I'm serious.
That's why you need to get you one of them little tabletop convection ovens.
No,
Just
that's
big
good.
enough for yourself. Just throw what you need in there.
That's cool. I could treat myself to that. That's something. A convection oven.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had my oven on about 6 or 7 years. Seriously.
That's because you're never home.
I'm never home. So I'll come home tonight and go. So what I'm going to do tonight is get me something for the ball from the. You're going to fix me up when I get done here. I'm going to come over there and get a package of smoked turkey, and a package of sharp cheddar cheese, and some Hawaiian rolls. Is that what you said? And I'll go home tonight and watch a cowboy movie and have some picnic.
Hawaiian rolls are $5.49, so like for less than $15, you can have your meal,
There you
quick
go.
meal for the kids and everything.
Well, there ain't no kids. This is going to be me.
I know.
But
Well,
I know
you
what
can
you're
take
saying.
yours and make you some meals to go.
I can double whammy it.
Exactly.
You're a sweetheart. Shannon again, folks, from the Bakery Deli. Everything you heard her talk about is part of the system-wide sale going on in Food City.
Exactly.
You're awesome. Love coming over talking to this lady. She takes care of me. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Anytime.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Basketball coming up tonight. We'll be right back. Top 25 college basketball, the NFL next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It's exciting Elizabethton Cyclone basketball. Hi, this is Tom Taylor inviting you to join Dr. John Minton, yours truly. This coming Friday night as the Cyclones, guys and girls, open up conference play at home at John Treadway Gymnasium as Sullivan East comes to town. Airtime at 6:15 this Friday night for a basketball doubleheader. The Lady Cyclones and the guys to follow, both against Sullivan East. Join us this coming Friday night right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Cyclones! You're one of our great sponsors. Christmas Club savings account for next year. Tell me about it.
Yes, let's talk about it because now you're going to have 12 months to do this. What better time than right now to open your Christmas Club savings? There's no cost on this. This is just something that we can help you transfer automatic funds, either weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, out of your check. So that way you won't even have to worry about it. And each time that you have that transferred, either you can do it yourself or deposit into this account, or we can have automatic draft set up. That's just convenient for you. And like I said, it's just another sub account to your savings and checking at Northeast Community Credit Union. So if you have any questions, visit bmycu.org or come in and see us at one of our convenient locations or call 423-547-1200.
And you cut checks when? Next year? October, November? So when you get your checks?
Yes.
Save it up all year?
Yeah, so direct deposit could be your monthly paycheck.
Okay.
And so you can allocate a percentage of that paycheck into the Christmas Club. And that way when you get to October, November, it's going to be built up. And so it's a great feature, and people love it.
The Christmas Club savings account for Christmas 2024?
Yes.
From Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we are live here at Food City. How you doing? How you? Her eyes, you got big as saucers. What's your first name? Huh? What's your first name? Mandy Sue? Linda Sue. All right. These ladies in here shopping the Christmas specials. Got all the holiday merchandise is 75% off right now. What's that little guy called? Let me see him right here real quick. He is 75% off, and he's gone. She's getting both of them, I guess. So there you go. We got candy on sale, Hershey Kisses. We got M&Ms and the candy canes on sale. It says right there. 75% off. There's your sheet right there. So anyway, they're in here doing a little shopping. And what's your first name, ma'am? So Lisa and her buddy in here. And your first name again is? Sue. Lisa and Sue in here shopping. We appreciate them being here. All right, top 25 college basketball from last night. Who won? You have James Madison. 19th ranked Dukes defeat Louisiana last night, beat them by 7. 15th ranked Memphis, a 3-point win over Tulsa. 20. Is that smoked? Black Forest smoked turkey breast. Look right here. She's already took care of me. What kind of cheese did you get me for tonight? Oh, New York sharp cheddar. This will keep till I get home, right? Okay. And King's Hawaiian rolls. I'll be like a hog at a trough. Thank you, ma'am. Took care of me right there. How about that? All right. 24th ranked Gonzaga beat Pepperdine by 26 last night. And 10th ranked Arizona over Colorado by a 47-point score, 97-50. Men's top 25 college basketball. Tonight, you have 4th ranked UConn at Butler to battle the Bulldogs and top ranked Purdue. That's what I'm going to go watch tonight. When I get home, I'm going to watch Hoosiers because of Butler. What was the name of the field house? Hinkle Fieldhouse, I think, where they actually filmed the movie Hoosiers. That's where the Butler Bulldogs play. I'm going to go home and watch Hoosiers tonight. Watch Jimmy run the picket fence. Top-ranked Purdue tonight, hosting 9th-ranked Illinois in men's top 25 college basketball. Tomorrow, let's see what's going on. We'll start with the early games. 12 o'clock, 7th-ranked Marquette at Seton Hall. 12 o'clock, 8th-ranked North Carolina. The Tar Heels playing at number 16 Clemson tomorrow. Everybody starts conference play. Number 6, Kentucky will be at Florida. 25th ranked Auburn, will be at Arkansas. 23rd ranked Providence will be at Creighton to battle the Blue Jays. 3rd ranked Houston tomorrow, hosting West Virginia. Number 2, Kansas Jayhawks hosting TCU. Also coming up tomorrow, number 21 Wisconsin, the Badgers hosting Nebraska. 18th ranked Baylor will play at Oklahoma State. 19th ranked James Madison will be at Southern Miss tomorrow. 17th ranked Florida Atlantic will play at Charlotte. Tennessee will host Ole Miss tomorrow. The Volunteers, number 5 against number 22 Ole Miss. A lot of games tomorrow. 11th ranked Oklahoma hosting Iowa State. 14th ranked Duke will be at Notre Dame. 20th ranked Texas hosting Texas Tech. 10th ranked Arizona home to Utah. 24th ranked Gonzaga hosting San Diego. 13th ranked Colorado State at Utah State, and BYU will host 12th ranked BYU will host the Cincinnati Bearcats in men's top 25 college basketball. Got to go over. He's hilarious. I don't know. He's talking a mile a minute at the floral stand. All right. We'll talk NFL football in a minute. How about the Nuggets last night? Did you watch it? 39-foot buzzer beater shot by the big 7-footer, Nikola Jokic. They beat Golden State 130-127. Denver Nuggets pulled off one of the wildest wins of the season, a 25-4 run over the last 6 minutes. A 39-foot love, Nikola Jokic. Going to be one of the guys going to try and get on the show. So now we got a split screen. We did that earlier in the show. We're going to be able to do that. And we're going to try and track some of these guys down. Why not? What are they going to do? Tell me no? They can. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. That's what my dad used to say. Ask and you get, don't you won't. If they tell you no, he said, boy, it's like a job. It's like a woman. It's like life in general. If they tell you no, next, go to the next one. Okay. So if they tell me no, I'll go get on the horn and find somebody. But I'm going to try and get Nikola Jokic on the phone, on the screen. Anyway, big 39-foot back-end buzzer beater shot as the Nuggets beat the Warriors last night, 130-127 in the NBA. All right, National Hockey League. Tonight on the ice, Chicago at New Jersey. Carolina skates at Washington, and Winnipeg will be in Anaheim. Last night on the ice, the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Buffalo Sabres, the New York Rangers, Columbus, Colorado, and Tampa Bay all get wins. You have tomorrow night the Predators skating in Dallas. That's the team we're chasing for third place in the Central Division of the National Hockey League. And so they'll skate tomorrow night in Dallas, the Predators. Hello, Coach Honeycutt. We'll be with him tonight. We got a doubleheader starting at 6:15. The Lady Cyclones, the boys to follow. Conference opener against Sullivan East. Going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait. Place ought to be rocking. We'll have the cheerleaders there. We'll have I'm sure the kids will be playing at halftime some of the games. Some of the junior Cyclones will be playing. I would assume they always do. And we're going to be honoring the 2014 state champion Lady Cyclone basketball team, Coach Duggar, 32-3 from back. It's hard to believe it's been 10 years. But it has been, and so we're going to honor them tonight Also honored the 3 seniors from last year's team, boys basketball. And so got lots going on tonight. We'll start at 6:15 with the broadcast with Lady Cyclones. Dr. J will be with me, John Minton, and we'll be ready to go. So we're looking forward to that. All right, Major League Baseball. Let's take a look at some of that going on. Jordan Montgomery with the Rangers last year did a heck of a job down the stretch. Wants to go back and be a Ranger. So they're talking him out right now, trying to get him to re-sign with the Texas Rangers. They're also going after Marcus Stroman, are the Rangers. We saw Evan Carter at the ballgame, probably be there tonight too. Really cool, and everybody leaves him alone. Hometown hero, but everybody just says, hey, how's it going? And nobody's up there hounding him for autographs and pictures and all that, which is cool. Other baseball signing, Harrison Bader, New York Mets, 1 year, $10.5 million contract for the outfielder. Mets trying to get things turned back around as they had a terrible year last year. They fired their manager, and a lot of guys got away on free agent, trying to rebuild the team, and so they re-signed Harrison Bader to a 1 year, $10.5 million contract. All right, NFL tomorrow. Excuse me, NFL tomorrow. Big games. Dalvin Cook, by the way, picked up with the Ravens, leaving, coming off waivers and left the Jets. The Ravens picked him up for the playoff run. See who's playing where tomorrow in the National Football League. The Pittsburgh Steelers will be in Baltimore to battle the Ravens. Lamar Jackson not playing tomorrow. A lot of these starting quarterbacks, they're going to be in the playoffs next week, setting them out. Steelers 9-7 and Baltimore 13-3. Also tomorrow night, Houston 9-7 against the Colts 9-7. Then you roll into Sunday's games. Atlanta will be in New Orleans. Cleveland will be in Cincinnati to battle the Bengals. You have Jacksonville at Tennessee to battle the Titans. Tennessee at 5-11, either be 6-11 or 5-12 to round up the season. Minnesota will be Detroit. The Jets and New England will play in Foxborough. Tampa Bay will take on the Panthers. Green Bay at Lambeau Field at 4:30 Sunday afternoon will host the Bears. Cowboys will be in Washington trying to win the NFC East. Could be a trap game. Washington is terrible. They're 4-12, but would they like nothing better than to knock off the Cowboys? Absolutely. Dallas goes in with a record of 11-5. Other games on Sunday, Kansas City will be in L.A. to battle the Chargers. Mahomes won't play. They're going to seat him. They're going to set him to get him ready for the playoffs. The Rams will be in San Francisco to battle the 49ers. San Francisco will not start Brock Purdy. They're going to set him. Philadelphia in New York to battle the Giants. Seattle at Arizona. And Sunday night for the AFC East should be a dandy game. Buffalo 10-6 at Miami 11-5. David Nanny, be Victoria and Vanessa's dad. He'll be all about that one. He'll be wearing his Dolphins ball cap. And, of course, my bunch, I got me some Raiders socks for Christmas and a Raiders ball cap. They are 7-9, the Raiders, hosting Denver at 8-8 to wrap up the regular season for the Las Vegas Raiders. AFC, here's who's in. They got 8 teams. Hello, ladies. How you doing? Baltimore, Miami, Kansas City, and Cleveland are in. 4 out of the 8. You've got 4 slots with 6 teams still going. Now, Buffalo's in, Jacksonville's in, Indianapolis is in. Probably, to be honest, the 2 that are on the bubble in the AFC are Houston and the Steelers. Houston, the 8th seed, and the Steelers, the 9th seed. There's a whole sheet of what-ifs and scenarios I'm not going to get into. It's very confusing if you can't just to rattle them off. But that's what you're looking at. Basically, the Texans and the Steelers battling for that last spot in the AFC. In the NFC, a little bit more complex. You've got San Francisco, Dallas, Detroit, Tampa Bay, Philadelphia, and the Rams definitely in. Green Bay more than likely, Seattle more than likely, the Saints more than likely. Probably that last spot's going to come down between Minnesota and the Atlanta Falcons to get in. So lots riding on those games, and we'll let you know on Monday we'll be at Chick-fil-A how they go. So anyway, before we get out of here, Container Man Oh, yes. Container Man. We drop, you load, we haul away. George Gwynn and the folks, they do it all over the Tri-Cities. Locally owned and operated. We drop, you load, we haul away. 431-9267 is the number to call. Tires, trash, brush, wood construction, debris, unwanted items, whatever you want. They'll pull it up the container, set it where you want it set. You fill it up, they'll haul it away. Real simple. He just recently bought 14 40-foot containers to add to it because they're going so good right now. ContainerManTN.com is where you want to go to. They've got them in Kingsport, Gate City, Johnson City, Jonesboro, Bristol, here in Elizabethton, Mountain City. Got them all over the place. Container Man. You can call him at 431-9267 or go to the website, ContainerManTN.com. Real simple. Can't beat it, really. It's a no-brainer. All right, one more thing I want to show you. This auction going on right now, David Collins. A Finders Keepers online auction through next Wednesday. Everything started at $1 a bid. Connecticut Valley Arms, muzzle loader, antique lamps, vintage glassware, vintage pottery, assortment of tools, a metal cutting bandsaw, household furniture, decorative pillows, all kinds of goodies. Go to collinsandcompany.info. If you missed a show yesterday, he told me in 2023 they did 69 auctions. They sold over 150 properties, and 97% of the things they listed were sold. How about that for a success ratio? That's pretty good, folks. collinsandcompany.info. That's what you got going on right now there at collinsandcompany.info. Let me run down for you one more time the specials here at all Food Cities today and tomorrow. $5 days. Gosh, she's talking about the cream cakes for $5. The Dietz and Watson meats and cheeses, $5. Got them right here. I bought me some. Selected Hot Pockets, 3 for $5. Little Debbie mini muffins, 3 for $5. Hostess snack cakes or Twinkies, 2 for $5 today and tomorrow. Snapple drinks, $5. This is what I drink. Drink a ton of it too. It's good stuff. Half and half, sugar-free lemonade iced tea. Wear it out. Drink it by the bucket. Good for my throat. Doing a lot of talking this time of year. Got to protect the pipes, and that does it. That and Fisherman's Friend. Duke's mayonnaise, 2 for $5. Hunt snack pudding, 4 for $5. Special K cereal today and tomorrow. Limit 4, 2 for $5. The Craven flavor meal starters, they go for $5. Scooter's coffee for $5. The Gorton's Fish or Shrimp for $5. Nabisco party size crackers or cookies for $5. There's a Hunt snack pack pudding, 4 for $5. The Special K mentioned, 2 for $5. All right, let's go up here and get these. I've already got these. Let's go to the front page. The $5 days today and tomorrow at all Food City locations. In-store made sushi for $5 today and tomorrow. Jumbo baking potatoes for $5. Smithfield bacon for $5. Pepsi products, $5. Let's see. Go down here to the bottom part. Bluebell K's ice cream for $5. Campbell's condensed soup, 4 cans for $5. Powerade, 8-pack of 20-ounce bottles for $5 at all Food Cities today and tomorrow only. You have Prego pasta sauce, 4 jars for $5. Frito-Lay multi-pack chips for $5. And Starkist Chunk Light Tuna, 6 cans for $5 at all Food City locations. Good stuff. Quick break. Back after this, we'll get ready to shut her down, get ready to get over there. It won't be too long. We'll be right back with you in basketball at 6:15 with a doubleheader tonight. Place is going to be rocking. We'll be right back after this from Farm Bureau on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Would you please?
Eagle Center Co-op is a great collection of antiques and collectibles, coins, cast iron, vintage furniture, artwork, just about anything that you can think of. And I always say that it's full of things from the past that tell a story when people no longer can. So lots of things to add character and conversation to your home, handmade jewelry, just about anything that you can think of, we've got it.
You have a waiting list. How many vendors right now?
We have close to 50 vendors, and we have a 2-page waiting list for people who would like to become vendors, and hopefully we can work those in somehow. It's exciting.
Hours are open?
We're open 10 to 5, Monday through Saturday.
And social media?
Social media is on Facebook at Eagle Center Co-op, and we're located at 507 East Elk Avenue in downtown Elizabethton. Beautiful downtown.
Beautiful downtown. Be loyal, buy local, and buy it in Betsy at Eagle Center Co-op in downtown Elizabeth. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Baylor Sports Show and Cyclone Football. And back with the Tom Baylor Sports Show. Big thanks to Tammy and the folks at the Eagle Center. Hey, our brand new sponsor, TNS Home Improvements, Travis and Scott. They do a great job. We're going to have them back on next week. They do decks. They do a ton of decks. Lots and lots of decks around the Tri-Cities. And they do a great job at it, of course. Wood and composite. They do underpinnings of mobile homes. They do covered porches, do boat docks. Maybe not this time of year. They do boat docks. The phone number is 946-8432. TNS Home Improvements. I love the story. They started out with a drill and a Chevy Trailblazer between both of them. Now they got 4 full-time and 5 part-time employees. I love it. TNS Home Improvements, a great success story. They go all over the Tri-City with a free quote. TNS Home Improvements. Scott and Travis Constable. Phone number is 946-8432. Love having these guys on. And you get a discount when you mention you heard about it here on the show. They give you a discount on your total price. Can't beat that. So we thank them very much. TNS Home Improvements. Phone number again, 946-8432. Give them a call and let them give you a quote on whatever you need. And they really, as we say, they specialize. They do about anything, but decks, boat docks, covered porches, screen-in porches, do a lot of that. So give them a buzz, 946-8432. Great news that Hulk Hogan got saved, got baptized and saved. I think that's really cool. He and his wife, Sky Daly is her name. Did this over the Christmas holidays down in Largo, Florida. So let's see what it says here. Hogan, who's now 70, accepted the Lord at the age of 14, but went on a wild streak, to say the least. And that's by his own admission is what he's saying. The only thing that is really real is the stuff that's going to last forever. Your faith, your beliefs in God, and knowing that once you're a Christian, you've accepted Christ as your Savior. You're not going to perish but have everlasting life. That comes from Hulk Hogan, who got saved over the Christmas holidays, which I think is awesome. With that being said, let's give you the verse today and get ready to get out of here. We appreciate Doug Fritz being here on the show today. Appreciate Ryan Presnell, Coach Presnell, being here on the show today. Of course, Jeff Beverly got to start with the split screen. I'm so excited about that. Thanks to Kerry Taylor, who came by to make sure it went right. I'm so jacked up about that. Gives us all kinds of opportunities to get all kinds of folks on the show from here on out. We're going to be doing some shows. We're revamping a studio at home. Going to be doing some shows in the studio. Got a lot of new plans going in for the 2024 year. We're just getting started, of course. And as we said earlier, we are very honored that you would watch this show to the tune of over 100,000 views in the month of November alone. So, and we're going to wait another week or two and go back. There's a chance, probably 800. Hello, Mr. Hurley. How are you, sir? Somewhere between 850. How you doing, sir? You doing good? There he is. Little Mr. Hurley. And there's Mrs. Hurley. Hello, kids. How are you?
Can we give you a prayer request?
A prayer request? Absolutely. Give me a prayer.
Travis and I'm getting my last groceries. We're headed out this afternoon to the Tennessee Christian Teen Convention with 50 teenagers.
Yes. Yes.
So safety, health,
and nerves.
All the things. And we're expecting big things.
Stick your head on the screen there and wave. This is Mrs. Hurley, one of the nicest ladies in the world.
There's Brody.
You and Brody, you're going taking 50 kids where?
Brody's the only one staying here.
But you going to Nashville? Or
we're going to Gatlinburg. Center. Yep, we go every year.
Wow.
This is Travis's, hold on, let me tell you the right number. He told me his 29th.
29th.
Tennessee Christian Teen Convention.
Tennessee Christian Teen Convention.
Yeah, we call it TCTC.
TCTC.
We're excited, but we need prayers.
You do need prayers. It'll be a great time.
Thank you.
I was just telling the story where Hulk Hogan got saved over Christmas.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
That's
Sure
awesome.
did. He got saved and got baptized.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm going to look that up.
Yep, you can have that.
Okay, thank you.
How's that? That'd be good to share with the kids.
Blessings to all, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a safe trip. Bless your heart. 50 youngins going to Gatlinburg with the TCTC. Mrs. Hurley's in the house. Isaiah 41:13 says, "For I, the Lord your God," man, hold your right hand. "I am the Lord who says to you, fear not, I will help you." This is God talking, folks. Fear not, I will help you. "For I, the Lord your God, hold your right hand. I am the Lord who says to you, fear not, I will help you." Whew. If that don't get you fired up, your wood's wet. Isaiah 41:13. Good way to wrap it up. Thanks for watching the show. We'll rejoin you at 6:15 for Lady Cyclone and boys basketball. Place will be rocking tonight at John Treadway Gymnasium. East is coming to town, big rival in the conference opener, honoring the 2014 Elizabethton State Champion Lady Cyclone basketball team back 10 years ago. So the place will be rocking. It'll be great to be courtside to bring it to you. Dr. John Minton, love the man. He does an awesome job. Oh, the best color commentator in basketball. Does great. I am blessed in football. I have Richard Van Huss and Eddie Pless. Excuse me. Baseball, usually Andrew McKean will come in and do a game or two with me. So very, very blessed to have these men and the caliber of man that they are, men, to come be on the broadcast with me. I love it. So anyway, out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. Rejoining you at 6:15 from John Treadway Gymnasium, a doubleheader, the Lady Cyclones and the Lady Patriots in Game 1, and the Gentlemen and the Patriots in Game 2, boys basketball. Can't wait. It's basketball conference time now. We've got through all the tournaments and the non-conference, and now we're going to get into conference play, which is really, really important, and we'll do that tonight. Thanks for watching. Wrapping up show number 1995 of the Tom Dillon Sports Show from Food City here in Elizabethton. We always tell you, bloom where you planted and win or lose. Gosh, went to another game the other night. Parents are crazy, nuts over a ball game. Want your kid to win? Sure. Want your kid to do good? Sure. I do too. Want mine to win. But screaming at the officials and dog cussing the officials, I'm thinking, are you kidding me? But anyway, I'm not in control of them. I got to take care of me. I'm in control of me. I got to answer for what I do. I can't answer what they do. So anyway, win or lose, the kids are watching, folks. Be a good sport. See you back tonight, 6:15. Cyclone basketball doubleheader from John Treadway against Sullivan East. So long, everybody, from Food City here in Elizabethton on show number 1990.